Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a long time. I have not made any video on this channel. I was little busy with Masai curriculum, but yeah, here I am. And today we have a guest, Prajwal Jaiswal, who has recently become IA at Masai School. So we are going to know about his journey and how he become IA. So let's get started with the video. So hi Prajwal.
Yeah. Hi, Mayuri.
तो पहले आप अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस कर लो मेरे चैनल पे.
मेरा इंट्रोडक्शन यार क्या होगा मतलब uh, so you already spoke about my name, but like apart from my name, right now I am an instructional associate in Masai. Before that, I was a student. Although ये बात बताने की जरूरत नहीं थी. I don't know what came in my mind. I spoke about it, but
That's fine.
yeah. But like before being a student in Masai, I ran my own startup. You know, this is
Okay.
something which I personally like a lot to talk about because there is a huge reason like besides talking about my own startup and things like that. So earlier I was a computer science educator in one of the district level computer science organization in Varanasi, right? So like there are a lot of people who already know that I belong to Varanasi, but there are some who don't know about it. And now don't ask me from like Varanasi mein kahan par. I won't disclose that. So
नहीं तो वहाँ पे आ जाएंगे सब.
exactly. So I don't want to make that chaos right now. ठीक है कभी in future we'll see if there are some chances of meetups or something like that, but in future that those are the future plans, not right now. So like there was this organization where I was teaching as a computer science educator, the senior computer science faculty over there. So for past 3 months I was working over there, but like develop a mindset. If you don't get that kick, if you don't get those challenges, right, you don't enjoy working for anything. So, for example, if you are working for any company or anything else, and if you are like kind of not getting those challenges, those like you're not getting enough like kind of things that you that on which you can work and enhance your skills. If you aren't getting these, so you won't enjoy it, right? So there instantly there was this problem statement that struck my mind, like before joining Masai. There are a lot of students in India who basically don't have that much of financial support and the money. And although there are multiple constraints, I couldn't be like able to cover them all in this particular video, but there are a lot of constraints that these students in India are facing. Although they are very much capable of becoming an engineer or a better engineer, I would say, there are a lot of potential. If you will be finding in like if you really go in the not only like we only go to the cities, right, when we have to find the engineers, or like if I tell you specifically that who could be the best engineer that India could get from, so you might be saying IIT, right? And after IIT,
Yeah.
Masai, obviously. But
I will put Masai first. Then I.
nahi, let's like
नहीं
kind of
just
try to focus on the fact itself. I want Masai to kind of beat IIT. This is the
okay.
dream that I
Okay.
like kind of see, right? I want to take Masai, I want to help Masai to reach at that position where it is where we can all see Masai at a global level, not only in India, to be being executed in multiple countries as well. I want to see it at that point of like level, but still like so when I was running that startup, what was the problem statement? I wanted to kind of give those students, like those who are not having that much of financial support, and like the people who are not having that much of money, so that they can go to IITs or tier 1, tier 2, even tier 3 colleges, right? Because if you go to the market and kind of like look for the courses, let's say you want to learn Java, right? So you guys are learning Java, you are a Java aspirant right now, right? If I am
Yeah,
not wrong.
right.
All
Yes,
right.
yes, right.
So if you go like the level of Java knowledge that you are getting over here, right? You will be paying 3 lakhs for this, right? According to the ISA. All right. But if you go to the market and if you go to some small institutions, right? So they'll be kind of costing you for somewhere around 10,000, 20,000 type of fees, right? And they'll not do anything. They'll just like give you this much mota books. Now just go and read it out by yourself, right? Give you some 20, 30 problem statements, and yeah, boom, you're all done. Now you are a Java developer, right? You're ready to crack the company. That is something like a kind of a knowledge that they will be giving you, right? But that is a faulty thing that I personally believe. So, and even those courses, there are students who are not capable of pay the fees of those courses, right? So what I want, I came up with, ki now scenario. So I always used to tell this to everyone कि घर में आटा हो ना हो मोबाइल में डाटा सबका होता है ठीक है
That
so
is correct.
like just considering this particular fact like the data that you use for kind of watching memes on the Instagram or kind of like watching YouTube shorts and other things ठीक है उस टाइम पर तो टिकटॉक भी था तो वो भी चल रहे थी तो जो डेटा स्टूडेंट्स आर वेस्टिंग ऑन दोज थिंग्स सो दे कैन यूज इट इन अ वेरी स्पेसिफिक वे राइट एंड उस टाइम पर सेकंड पैंडेमिक भी था ठीक है तो स्टूडेंट्स वर काइंड ऑफ सिटिंग आइडियली एट होम एंड वी ऑल नो कि स्कूल्स के अंदर में जो ऑनलाइन क्लासेस चल रहे थे हाउ एफिशिएंट दे वर वी ऑलरेडी नो अबाउट इट नो कमेंट्स ऑन दैट आल्सो बट द फैक्ट इज फैक्ट राइट वी ऑल नो कि स्कूल्स के अंदर में हाउ आर द थिंग्स गोइंग राइट so the teachers who were not kind of like who always told their students ki stay away from computer stay away from computer they themselves has to stay connected with the computer and mobile phones because they had to take the online classes and do stuff like that right they had to create ppt they used to start learning computers so they themselves got stuck with these kind of scenarios so that was the scene so I started my startup and it went really well the very first batch when I started, it was absolutely free. And the course that I was teaching was advanced fundamental of computer science, right? So if you go to like SSC, if you go to GD or any kind of competitive examination, there are some certain computer science questions that you might be facing, right? So I was kind of giving those students all the questions. I was making them prepare for the same, and I haven't costed anything and in the very first batch, it was a batch of 86 students, right? It started from Varanasi, and the students that I got, amazing. It was from Delhi, it was some students from Mumbai, a lot of like, it was the biggest thing that I could have ever imagined. But the thing is now, it was a bootstrap. So people who don't know what bootstrap is कि जब तुम कोई धंधा शुरू करते हो अपने पैसों से, ठीक है, अपनी pocket से. So it was something like that. So I kind of bought some tripod and I was already having a computer system. Okay, I started making PowerPoint presentation. The first batch, I'll tell you about the very first batch that I taught.
Okay.
So it was just a PowerPoint presentation and 3 days of hard work and nothing else. Just 3 days of hard work. I don't know. I think I didn't sleep for those 3 days because it was so panic moment. It was so panic moment. There were already 86 students enrolled. I had to face them. I didn't want to disappoint any of them. I don't wanna like kind of ruin anything. So it was kind of very panic moment for me at that point of time. So I created the whole PPT. Whole PowerPoint presentation was completely sorted. I came across one of the platform. It was a free teaching platform. It's called Teachment. If you go to Play Store, you'll get it. So over there, I went and Teachment. Like we use LMS, right? Learning Management System or the course platform. It's a
Right.
complete package of that LMS. You just have to go there and create your admin account, and students have to create a student account, and everything will be sorted. From there itself, I got this T-shirt as well. You can see. So
Okay.
this I got when I was like rewarded by them. I was awarded as a silver educator by Teachment. It's a Bangalore-based company itself. So I was awarded with silver educator in that by that company. So from there itself, I got these and some certificates and some awards and some goodies as well. So that was all about my startup. But the thing is, as it was bootstrap and I was having no money and I was not making money. This is a fact. I was not making money. It was not profit driven. It was an agenda driven startup. There was this agenda in my mind. There was this motive in my mind, which I wanted to pursue, but I wanted to give to students, right? I wanted to make this, I wanted to make it profit driven, but not for me, for the students. But the thing is now, if you go to temples, there happens Bhandara. right? Now, what happens in Bhandara is they provide free food to everyone who comes, right? But that also happens because we provide chanda to the mandirs. We go to temples and then we provide some dakshina, we provide some donations. Because of that specific donation only, it is possible कि हर महीने या हर साल एक वो भंडारा happens, right? So that is something. So after providing that free education, I started some paid courses. Now, the paid courses were very, very, very affordable. Like the courses that you will be seeing in the market for that costs around 20,000. I was teaching that specific course for 2,000 only.
Okay.
Right? It means that at a drop down rate of 90%. But still, I was not making money. Whatever I like, let's say you joined that academy, right? Its name was BBC Academy. You joined my academy. So I'll give you one t-shirt. I'll give you a bag having that BBC Academy printed on it as a symbol, as an emblem that even you have studied from an organization, even if you have studied from a like well-versed organization, you have got some goodies from. And also marketing was one of the agenda. So because it's a free marketing, right? I'm not asking you to go to any places and talk about my like education system and anything, right? What you will do, when you'll get those t-shirt, you'll simply wear it and go to places. When people will look into it, they will go to website, search about it, they'll go to YouTube, they'll go to LinkedIn, they'll go to Instagram and all. So like it's a kind of a free marketing and the best way to like do marketing, right? So that is something. All along I was kind of doing it, but it failed. It failed after some 7 or 8 months. So not failed exactly, I would say. I was still having students, not the ratio of 86. Now it dropped down to 6 or 7 or 8, something like that. For in each of the batches, my students were like 6 students, 7 students, 8 students. And for that also, I had to put a lot of struggle. I had to do it, like I had to take a lot of pain. I traveled a lot. I like kind of designed some banners by myself. That was the time I learned Corel Draw. I learned graphic designing. I had done everything by myself and like traveled a lot, went to different colleges, went to different petrol pumps and like gave those templates to people. Like this is one of the academy. This is and in front of my eyes only people used to tear it and throw it like this is nothing yaar kya ho jayega. So those were the things that I also have faced. And like it, I won't say it failed, but it didn't went well, I would say. So उस टाइम पर क्या था कि पैसे तो थे नहीं, was not having enough money, and also I would say the courage was kind of going down to do stuff more, right? Because you know, if you already come from a common family, if you come from a middle class family where you already have a limited resources, so at that point of time things becomes tough. Not only because your will is strong, you like you should be like sounding strong with terms of money as well to run a startup. This is something that I understood at that point of time. And even I was not able to raise funds. So I had a plan. Let's pause this. I didn't made up like full stop. I just paused it. Right. Let's put a pause. Let's put a comma, not a full stop. Let's put up a comma, and let's go to industry, work a little, try to get some more experience. Let's try to earn some money. So I started finding out some of the like best courses over internet and best platforms that provide placements as well. Not only teaching, placement as well, because that was the time I didn't wanted to take any kind of a risk, right? Spending 5,000 at Coursera doesn't make any sense. You won't learn anything and even no guarantee of placement as well. Thereafter, it was December. And you know, in Varanasi, it's chilled. It's chilled and a very chilled winter it is, right? And it is kind of very, very painful. So at that time, it was I think somewhere around 11:30 or something. I was just scrolling through the memes and I came across Masai, and now was the time. Okay, I immediately registered and MSET also. At that point of time only, I was wearing those blankets. कांप रहा था इस तरीके से, but ठीक है, चलो, let's give it. I gave it, and the next morning at I think it was 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, I got the result. You are selected. खुशी का ठिकाना नहीं था उस समय. मैं बोला यार तेरी ये कैसे हो गया. And there is a huge reason कि I was so happy by like kind of getting selected in Masai. There was a huge reason because you know MSET के अंदर में there are a lot of questions from reasoning, aptitude,
Yeah.
arithmetics, lot of
Right.
things. ठीक है. So
Yes. Yes.
verbal things is something that is I like kind of very confident with, and this is something that I have been practicing for a longer period of time. So no issues with verbals, right? And grammar and English, वो सबका तो टेंशन नहीं होता है. But the thing is ना कि ये reasoning and aptitude, I haven't studied it for like I think 2.5 years. This is something I haven't studied, but I gave MSET and I was like, oh, निकल गया, अच्छा है. And this is how came into Masai. But in like when I came in Masai, so the thing was completely different.
Yeah.
It was completely different because I never felt like a student. Yeah, in Masai, you know, you never feel like a student. You feel like an unpaid intern. It is more like an internship, or just don't even consider it as an internship. Like the way you build project, like the way you build your team, the leadership quality that you get to learn over here. Yeah, this is amazing. And when I come to know about the future plans and the things like that are happening over here in Masai now, it was mind blowing. At that point of time, I thought about कि भाई प्रज्वल तू जो करना चाह रहा था, इन्होंने तो ऑलरेडी उसका 50 to 60% they have achieved. So what's wrong in joining this company? Just
Okay.
just let it be whatever I have done so far. Although my dream is BBC Academy, my dream was BBC Academy, right? But
Mm.
my dream wasn't BBC Academy. My dream was to accomplish the agenda, to fulfill the motive that I wanted to like kind of provide to the
Yes.
students, the profit that I wanted to provide to all of those students who are kind of facing a struggle in becoming an engineer in India, who has those potential, who are capable of becoming an engineer, but due to some constraint, they are not able to become. So the agenda, right? I live for that agenda. I don't live for any company, specific company. I want name, even if it is Masai, doesn't matter. Like Masai or BBC Academy or any other school, the name never matters. What matters is the agenda or the motive that we
Exactly.
are focusing upon exactly, right? So the
Right.
same was my thought process when I come to know about IA, and when we got this opportunity of kind of um, there are opportunities for some students who can become an IA, and there are like the goal and the motive is something that I was already aware about. Right? There are some IA friends of mine as well. So it was a wonderful journey as a student. Then I started as an IA, and right now it's not like a much time I have spent as an IA or a working professional in Masai, but although I would say it is amazing. As being a working professional over here is something that you will I don't think any other organization will offer such kind of a chilled environment over here. Yeah, it is like kind of I could have never even imagined. This is one of the most chilled out place, and the people you will be interacting in Masai, they are they are literally humorous and torturous at the same time.
Right.
So
Right.
a lot of work we do
Yeah.
definitely, but it's like I never feel exhausted, I would say, because
Mhm.
only the thing that gives me power or anything is the motive. Again, I like a kind of I have been iterating it since a long time. So the motive, because of this motive only we work. And in Masai, you know, every working professional, we don't
Mm.
you won't believe, we don't rest on Sundays as well. We work on Sundays. Although like we won't be available on Slack the whole day because there is this personal life, everybody has it.
Yes. Yes.
So
Of
because of
course.
some like something like our personal life and some something that we need to do for our home and other stuff, everybody have those things to do, right? So because of those factors, we might not be available on the Slack for the whole day. But if a student raises any query, na,
Mm.
instructors, teachers, not even the in like IAs and even the ECs, they will even
Yeah.
respond.
Mhm.
So we don't even take rest on Sundays. We don't avoid any message. We don't ignore anything. We work on Sundays as well. There is one friend of mine. He took a stand up on Sunday. He called some bunch of his students and he started taking stand up. And I was like, तेरे को कोई काम नहीं था संडे को क्या भाई? But he was like कि यार like if students feel like they need some help, I'll
Mm.
be happy to help. So this is the work culture of Masai.
Yeah, and also they
Dedication.
started the discussion forum. There you have to message, reply,
Exactly.
discussion forum thing, and
Discussion
message.
forum. So discussion forum to yaar, like it came recently,
Yeah,
right? But
recently.
like
Yeah,
there are a lot of students who are not aware about it, or they don't have this in their habit, right?
yeah,
So every
right,
time, so
right.
what the like the new students who are coming,
Mm-hmm.
right? The new students who are coming, so like they don't have a habit of pinging their IAs or ECs or anyone else on the Slack. They have a habit
Yes.
of using discussion forum, because from the start only they have started using that, right? Discussion
Mm-hmm.
forum. But not is the case with other students.
Right, right.
They like they kind of have this habit of pinging the IAs on the Slack and all.
On the Slack.
So
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So the same happens with us as well. So we sometimes like have to consider Slack. We sometimes have to consider discussion forums, go to LMS. There are two different platforms on which we are focusing upon right now, and it will take time. It will take
Mm-hmm.
time because it's a change, and it's not just a change in one of the application. It's a change in the whole curriculum. So it will definitely take time because it's a change in the habit as well,
Right.
right? So yeah, that is one of the things.
So we have talked. I means me and some of my friends, right, on
Mhm.
Unit 3, and you have told about that.
Uh,
I want to become IA.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. And right now you are IA.
So
So it's a great thing. And that video
yeah.
is still there in your channel, right?
It's
That
there in my
video.
channel. Yeah,
Yeah,
still it is there.
it will be on description box, guys. Go and watch it.
So that was your I think that was the time I was in Unit 4, I guess, and you guys were in Unit 3. Hmm.
Yeah. So you are one unit senior then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Okay. So at that time we have asked what we should take, Java or React. We were so much confused about that. So
So
finally,
that to yeah completely depends upon your choice. It's your call.
yeah, yeah,
or
that,
or like let me be very specific to answering this. Whatever you take doesn't even really matters. It
yeah,
doesn't matters because like the thing is, today I have taken React, right? But
yeah.
after 1 year or after 6 months only, I will
Mhm.
have to learn Java, right? Like for me, the reason of not taking Java was because I already know Java, right?
Okay.
So like क्या हो जाता, मजा तो आता नहीं फिर से. And
हाँ
again,
हाँ.
that developer mindset कि if you are not getting the kick, you won't enjoy what you are learning or what you are doing, right?
Mhm.
But I wanted to enjoy the whole process. Life never gives a second chance to a person who wants to become a student, right? You'll
Right.
never get this chance. You'll never get this chance to become a student again. After becoming a working professional, you'll never get a chance of like kind of study again.
Student again.
Uh,
Yeah.
like to become a student again. So if I have got this, तो मैं तो पूरा enjoy करूंगा इसको. So this was the case, and so that is why I didn't take Java. But see, let's say if I even don't know Java, so it really doesn't matter, right? If I have taken React now, after 6 to 1 year, 6 months or 1 year, I'll have to learn it, right? Any tech stack is not enough in today's era.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't really matter, guys.
Yeah.
Only the thing is, if you like Java, or if you like kind of working with the like don't like working with the UI, right? If you don't like CSS, so you can
Take Java.
go with Java and like complete backend side of things, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, my reason was I was so much confused at the first that what should I take. Then I also talked with many, and they also told that you have to change. Means you have to learn few things. So it doesn't matter whatever you take, just take it whatever you feel. So I take a decision at the last moment and taken Java and got selected also and doing it. So yeah, and it was last unit going on, and I am also thinking I should be IA or not. There is so much confusion on my mind right now that I should apply for IA or not in future. So let's see
See,
what is happening.
see, the thing is, ki, like there are people who ask me that I want to become an IA. So only one
Yeah.
thing I will suggest. Only one thing I will suggest. If you
Okay.
have this passion of teaching,
Mm-hmm.
then only come.
Okay.
Don't come just for the sake of this remote job, or just don't come for this salary. Just don't
Mm-hmm.
join this company because it has a great working culture. No, just only join because see, you will be handling 50 to 60 sets of students, right?
Right, right.
And so you cannot play with their future. If you have this passion of teaching, if you have this passion कि someone at like रात में भी कोई 1 बजे if some students pings you up, so if you have this passion कि you can deal with that case, so only join. Otherwise, please stay away of this. Just go to any company, do some development, and like try to figure out a way of anything that you want. But like IA के लिए तो I won't suggest people who just want to earn money, right? If you have this passion of like becoming a mentor or
Mm-hmm.
becoming a coach, then only join,
Then only.
right? Exactly.
And right now, what is means there is no specific time for this. I
यार वो
anytime, anytime you get the message, you have to reply.
नहीं नहीं, there is a time. So we
Okay.
start our day with at 10 o'clock, and like our slot ends like our time ends at 9 o'clock, right, at night. So 10 to 9 is the time we have to give. But honestly speaking, there is no pressure from the company or our managers. There is
Mhm.
no pressure on us. We do it willingly.
Okay.
Ki 8 to 9 we have to take stand-ups, right?
Right.
But we
Right.
never take it up to 9. We always increase the time.
Yeah.
We always take it
That.
till 9:30, till 9:45, and sometimes also there are a lot of friends of mine who take stand-ups for 2 hours.
Yeah.
So
I
this is
have.
not something that like our manager kind of pressurizes us. No,
Mm,
we do it willingly, because
that's.
when some student will come and they will ask for their doubt. So see what happens now when you will become IA, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it has this potential. I think for 6 to 7 months, if you are like an IA, and
Mm-hmm.
if you get different batches, if you get this opportunity to teach different batches, you will
Mm-hmm.
solve multiple different DSA problems, you will solve multiple coding assignments, you will be working very much closely with all the instructor. So I think if you can work for 6 to 7 months, you will be capable enough of cracking like any mang company out there in the market. Any mang
Okay.
company, whether it could be Meta, it could be Adobe, any MNC,
Mm-hmm.
नेटफ्लिक्स वगैरह जो भी है ना मांग कंपनी के अंदर में जितनी भी चीजें आती हैं, एनीथिंग यू विल बी कैपेबल ऑफ डूइंग दैट, बिकॉज आई कैन सी दिस. इट जस्ट ओनली हैव बीन 2 weeks and I can see the change in my problem solving skills. Because see, when you learn for the sake of learning, right? When you are a student and you are learning something, so that learning is completely different when you learn to kind of teach someone. If someone asks ki, Prajwal, these are some set of 3 questions which you will have to teach in the next stand-up. So I'll prepare it in a very
Prepare it.
different way, very different
Right.
way,
Right. Right.
right? I'll create some sort of examples. I'll create some sort of drawings. I'll create some sort of steps. I'll write some own algorithms for the same, right? So whatever the solution I will be getting from the internet won't be enough. I'll have to look into internet. I'll have to look for different resources. I'll have to study for the same. So, in stand up, only if we are like concerned about explaining only one question also, the planning is not for 1 hour. The planning is for 2 to 3 hours. For just taking this 1 hour of lecture, we have to plan for 2 to 3 hours accordingly.
Yeah,
And
I have this, not the experience, but I once messaged Ankush sir because I was getting some doubt in that Sudoku question. I was not putting the lat and it was taking as global variable. So I was facing problem, but I got the solution, but I was thinking why it was not working. So I messaged the whole paragraph to the sir and he told me just find out the difference between lat and that and tell me about it if you got it. So I got the answer I think next day. Then I messaged him that okay, this was the reason. So he told me okay, then you have to explain it in front of whole class. So it was, then I was like, how I'm going to explain it. Means I was asking some of my friends, how should I explain it? I should draw something, or what should I do? So one of my friends suggested, okay, you can just tell it. It's Sudoku dry run is too much difficult to show actually. But I tried that. Let me take 3 by 3 or something, but I didn't get some idea. But I think the class was at 9:30, and at like 8 a.m. I got some idea. Okay, Ratan sir used to draw in a like a paint and explain it by via that. So I got that idea and I implemented it, and it went so well actually. Sir was like, very well done. So I was so happy that day. But yeah, for this much only I have to prepare a lot. Means
Hmm.
from the day before, it was the only thing that was going in my mind. How I am going to explain it, how I am going to explain it. So it's a difficult
Hmm.
task. Yeah, I can
It's
say.
a difficult task, and because of the same reason, like I could say, being an IA or being an instructor, right? This could be one of the most respectable job one could
Yes.
ever
Yeah.
get into. And this is also not something that everyone can afford.
Mm.
Right? You have to be capable of it, right? So, see, there are some people who get into these, who get into
Mm.
teaching, but like they don't have that passion of it, right?
Right.
So that couldn't be a very good reason to get into this field. Although right now what is happening is we already have this idea that there are a lot of teachers out there in the YouTube or other course platforms. Like everybody might know about Alak Pandey, right? His company went like he was standing at nowhere 3 to 4 years back. Right now he's the owner of Physics Wala, which is like $1 million company. It's
Right.
already been a unicorn, right? So everybody is kind of influenced, like Khan sir, and
Mm.
everybody is not influenced about the dedication they put. Everybody is influenced about the money that they are earning. No, just don't look at that money, guys. It's not about the money. It's about the dedication they are putting, right? So, for a teacher or for an IA instructional associate or for an instructor, things are not very different, a little different, right?
Yeah.
And the only difference is about the dedication and nothing else. And there is in terms of dedication also, there is not a very big difference. It's a very slighter difference if you will understand. So only do one thing if you want to really understand what is the difference between a dedication of a teacher and a dedication of a student. Just try to learn anything in two
Mm.
different ways. One, if you're learning it for the sake of learning, like when we used to learn it, like just to
Yeah.
crack any particular examination or something like that, just
Yeah.
do that. And once you try to learn, you have to make the same thing understand to a kid,
Specific. Yeah.
right? A kid who is not even who doesn't even know ABCD of coding, right? You have to make the same thing understand that particular kid. And that point of time you will understand how does the dedication of a teacher is different from a student. So there is a slight difference here.
Yeah, and in Masai school, actually, we interact with IAs only, so they have the whole responsibility. We rarely means interact with the instructor actually. Yeah, sometimes only. So it's very responsibility that
Nee,
kind
but
of thing.
when you'll come to revisions, no, when your revision module will start,
Uh,
uh, your instructors are going to be your best friends.
okay, so
Honestly,
I
they'll
have to.
going, yeah, exactly. No, I have never interacted with Chandrasekhar sir for any time, for anything, anytime. I have never interacted with him personally. But when I was in my revision module, I interacted with him so much. Even when
Okay,
I became IA, it was, I think, let me check. I guess I don't exactly remember, but I think it was somewhere around 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. He messaged me, "Hey, congratulations on becoming an IA."
that's so great.
Yeah,
That's so
and
great.
yeah, and I like I waked up. I woke up at 8 o'clock on that day, I think, on the next day, because that was the only day जब मेरे दिमाग में मेरे सपने में कोई कोड नहीं आया था. ठीक है, I was
Okay,
sleeping completely. I slept like a baby at that point of time. और अभी तो मतलब when I sleep, So there is no single day I dream of a code. I every day dream of a code. Every time. Solution
Yeah.
आता है मेरे को कोड solution आता है वो भी
नहीं
दिमाग
मेरे
के
भी
अंदर में
यस सेम सेम मेरे भी सपने में मसा ही
because
चलता है कि इट्स क्लासेस आर
हाँ
गोइंग ऑन
exactly
एंड ऑल दोस थिंग बिकॉज
like
वी आर
people
डूइंग
want
इट एवरी
you
डे.
know people
Yeah.
won't believe I was in a construct week and we were building some project and like there was some solution which came in my dream and nobody will
Okay.
believe that solution was from recursion that I implemented on my front end.
Okay.
Ah,
That's great.
and that came in my dream. So because and everything like such things only happens if you have that much of dedication.
Hmm.
And now also when people come to me and they say ki, there are a lot of previous students of mine whom I've taught earlier. So there are a lot of them who come and say, sir, you had that dream of BBC Academy. What about that? You lost or what? So my simple answer to them would be, no, I'm not lost. It's not a loss that I can consider. It's a win. It's a big win for me because uh, like I'm into a company which is helping me achieve that specific agenda that I was trying to achieve. I was of nowhere. My company was at zero.
Right.
Even I could not consider it as 10% even. Right now I'm at a company where I'm doing the same. I'm doing the same. I'm trying to fulfill the same thing. I'm gonna follow the same agenda. And now already I'm at 50 to 60%. Soon I'm gonna reach global level. I wish. I'm not like I have a very long term goal with Masai. It's not like the 1 year or 2 year plan. It's a long term plan. Till the time Masai is, by that time I guess I'll be there. Because see, like Masai is not just a company for me. It's not like a job for me. It's like my own company, which I own, and I kind of do the same level of hard work that I would be doing if the company is going to be mine. The same thing is there with me. So those students who come, one of those student has joined Masai recently in this month, October. He is in F2, FW7, 23, Web 23 is there in
Definitely.
that particular batch. Yeah, his name is Aman. So the very first day he came, and there is, this orientation happens, which
Yeah, yeah.
and in that orientation, Shashank comes with one of the alumni. So I was there as an alumni in that session, and he was like,
That's
"Arey,
great.
this is to my sir," and he like taught me. So I taught him C programming language earlier, and right now he's in Masai. So and that is something like we are fulfilling dreams.
Yeah.
Exactly. Hmm.
Okay, so that's really nice to talk with you as meeting is going to end in 1 minute. I think we
Yeah,
should end this.
we don't have this premium account of Zoom. I wish we can get that.
Yeah, we will try to connect with and make good videos in future. So for now,
Definitely.
and everything will be on description box, LinkedIn, GitHub, everything. So go and follow him. And also you have the YouTube channel. Continue that.
I'm planning to kind of like start making some tutorials for the problem solving and DSA, all of those things. But although like it depends upon how much time I get also.
Yeah,
Okay, so like that is in the bucket list. Let's see.
yeah. So bye bye
Wonderful
guys.
connecting.
Yeah, bye bye guys. See you in the next video. I hope I will be making videos. So it will. So yeah, bye bye
You're making
Prajwal.
videos. All right.
No, actually
Bye
not
everyone.
continue.